What's popping with y'all, man? Hopefully everything is good with everybody, man. Welcome to the channel. And before we get into the content, man, make sure y'all go lock into my Patreon if you want to see exclusive content from your boy, or you just want to support the kid, man. That link is in the description, guys. Appreciate you. So what I really wanted to discuss today is, man, what I see a lot, man. I saw this the other day in my neighborhood where there was a woman walking in the neighborhood, and this dude, I couldn't really hear what he was saying because I was in my car, but he was trying to talk to this woman that was walking in the neighborhood. And as he was talking, like, she was like walking away from him. So I know the stuff that he was saying, I can tell by the body language, was she wasn't rocking with it. And a lot of times what you say to a woman could talk yourself out of getting what you want, right? And she may probably just didn't like him, or she wasn't trying to entertain him. But it's important that you're aware of the signs and aware of what you're saying to a woman. You gotta be self-aware. So if a woman is not rocking with you, you gotta understand, all right, it's time for me to go. I ain't finna keep trying to convince her, because a woman knows if she wants you or not. And also too, a lot of times when we open our mouth, that's what cancels us. So whatever he said out his mouth, at first she was giving him the time of the day, but whatever he said out his mouth, she wasn't rocking with it. And as she was still walking, he was still looking at her ass. I'm like, look at this nigga. He was still just looking at her ass. So I got this video that we're gonna react to and we're gonna discuss.
Fellas, I understand that we live in a world where women are pretty much on some soft prostitution. I understand that y'all feel as though all women want is money. Everything has to be, an exchange, transactional.
By the way, any man who thinks like that, thinks that all women, it's not all women. It's a lot of them out there, not most, but there's a lot of women where, yeah, they on some soft prostitution. Like, you gotta take them on noble dates, or you gotta kind of pay for it, or they kind of low-key selling it, but they'll try to act like they not that. But yeah, but that's not all women. So if you think all women are like that, where you gotta pay to get it, you're just being delusional. Because women break rules for guys that they like, and they make rules for guys that they don't like.
And so I know a lot of y'all don't really know which route to take when it comes to approaching women. But when it comes to approaching real women, grown women, top tier women, valuable women, there is just some things that y'all shouldn't say, and there's just some things that y'all shouldn't do. And I want y'all to know that when it comes to trying to capture the attention of a grown woman, you got to be careful of your wordplay, because she's already set. So she's really just listening to see where your mind is at, to see if you are a high functioning man.
Yeah, that's facts, because a lot of times we immediately talk ourselves out of it and you don't even know it. A lot of times you're talking too much. Damn, you so beautiful. Dang, baby, let me. And she already see like, oh yeah, this dude got a low IQ. Oh, this dude ain't used to having a woman that has a body like me. So a lot of times we automatically cancel ourselves from the jump. A lot of times we try to spit game instead of just going up to her, having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, because when you come with that spitting game, you start spitting stuff out your mouth. You don't even know what you're saying. You talking crazy. You trying to talk a good game. And women already know that type of game. They already see through that. You got to come up to her with an actual conversation and ask her questions so you can get her to do the talking.
And we like compliments, but not too much with that sexy word. Oh, you so sexy, you look so nice, and you look good. And we like compliments. But when a woman constantly hears you overly complimenting the way she looks, that can become a turnoff, because at that point she's wanting to know, is that the only thing that caught your attention? Now I understand.
Yeah, unfortunately, you gotta play the game. Even if you wanna get it in with her, man, you still gotta play the game, right? What if a woman what if you got a lot of money and a woman just walking around saying, damn, you got a Mercedes, damn, you got a nice crib, damn, you got a lot of Gucci in the crib, damn, you got a lot of bottles, dang, man, if a woman's just saying that to you, you gonna be thinking like, dang, you just want me for my money? So you gotta think from a woman's perspective. If you just keep complimenting her, how fat her ass is or how good she looks, she's gonna think you only want one thing. And a woman wants to know that you want more than just that, because guess what? A woman can get sex just like that. All she gotta do is just go in her phone book and pull up Matthew, Michael, call them, and they're gonna be jumping through the roof to see her.
understand me personally that men are visual, but at some point y'all have to try to expand the conversation and ask questions of something that concerns her, trying to get to know her personality, something that interests her, whatever. But all of that, oh, you sexy, because inside of the word sexy is the word sex. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't really even like when men necessarily call me sexy, because it makes me feel as though you're sexualizing me. I would have rather you give me a compliment on something.
What's funny is we live in a generation now, women can be showing all their body on the gram or whatever like that. They be objectifying themselves, but get mad when you objectify them. They get offended. That's funny. But in all reality, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it's a woman's body, so you shouldn't be saying nothing disrespectful. But I just think that's funny, right?
Much more than just to simply, oh, you sexy as hell, you sexy, that don't sound that good. If you are a man who just wants sex and you want her to know that that's all you want, then yes, mention sex, push it on her, let her know, hey, look.
Hey, don't do that. If you push sex onto a woman, you're not gonna get it. You never have that type of game. You should always have the mindset of, in the beginning stages, I'm gonna get her number. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, you meet her. If you met her online, do a FaceTime call. After that, set up a place to go, get some yogurt, or, go for a smoothie or walk in the park. And then, from there, you try to invite her back to your house to do something fun or whatever like that. And then you go from there. You know what I'm saying? You should never be talking sexual with a woman that you have not been sexual with. Because any woman I'm sexually involved with, I don't even have to bring that type of stuff up when I'm with them. It's understood. So when you conduct yourself in that manner of a thirsty dude, you ain't gonna get it, because she don't want to because she can get it from anybody. She wants to know that you at least care a little bit, my nigga.
Look, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do whatever you got to do to let her know that that's what you want. But if that is not what you want, and you are a man that's genuinely interested in a grown woman, you better not even hint nothing towards sex. Don't say nothing about who was going crazy behind your private part, and yeah, you ain't got none of this yet. And don't mention nothing about sex, because fellas, that is the biggest turn off in the world. It's like so many.
What's funny is the women that come at me and be like, oh, you so fine, oh, you so sexy, and things like that. Oh, I'll let you. Women that come at me like that, they always be cat. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's funny, because they be the biggest cappers. The women that call you sexy early on and say, oh, I already know you get all the women. Those are the women that say that, but you mean I get all the women but you, because you are giving me a difficult time. So what's funny is how it works on the other end. But yeah, like when you come off like that, it's the same way if a woman just start doing the same thing to you. Like, damn, you got a G-Wagon? Oh, you got the new Infiniti? Oh, you got the new BMW? Oh, okay, you got the new J's? Oh, you got that AP on? Like, if a woman starts saying that to you, you ain't gonna wanna rock with her no more, because you gonna feel like, dang, is all you want me for is my bag, is my money? And you gonna feel used. You could admire her body, but you don't need to keep expressing that, because now she's gonna think that's all that you want, and it's game over at that point. She didn't call your bluff.
Y'all be awesome and so attractive to y'all open your mouths. So many of y'all will literally blow out the candles before you even get the cake. Just be quiet. Be like, yeah, I know you had a long day at work. I know you could use a body massage. Like, what? You are going on the block list.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Instead of talking about the body massage, if you play your cards correctly on the date, you're asking her questions, the vibe is good, you showing a little bit of humor to you, you know what I'm saying? You get her back to your spot, y'all get comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Y'all start talking about life, and then you can slowly give her the massage when she feels comfortable enough, you know what I'm saying? So that's not something you need to articulate, because once you start just because you horny and you can't control your little thing down there, you should not outwardly express that. Because all that's gonna do, like she said, is you're gonna be next on that block list.
You going on a blacklist. Last but not least, do not try to lead with your money. Don't try to impress, women. Don't try to tell them what you got, how much you make, and oh, I could take care of this if you need me to do this. And don't do that, because all that flexing and all of that trying to impress a woman, that too is a turnoff, turtle is the one that wins the race. Keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it, slow rolling. Don't try to lead with your money, because a man that try to lead with his money, that too also is a turnoff for a woman who already has her life going.
What's crazy is you literally just have to not do the most. That's literally all you have to do. You got to think, man, for the average beautiful woman out here, right? Aesthetically, right? We're not talking about the mindset, but the average beautiful woman that men find attractive, most men are going to either be too thirsty. So like she said, you already blowing out the candles on the cake before you even get the cake. So most men are already going to be too thirsty. They cancel. Most men are going to lead with their money. She's going to either use them or she's just not going to be interested. So what you got to think, if you can just be cool, calm, and collected and come at her with authenticity and regular conversation and not be too overly excited, not trying to press her, you gonna win. That's all you got to do. A lot of times we cancel ourselves out. Just the same way a woman can cancel herself out from a relationship. You cancel yourself out from getting what you want sexually. You know what I'm saying? So it's really all about knowing what not to do. And like yesterday when I seen old buddy outside in the parking lot talking to old girl, he was still talking to her as her back was turned, walking away, walking with her dog. And I'm thinking like, man, dudes just don't be getting it. Like, that's your game? Really? I didn't even need to hear the conversations to know what was going on, because I was just watching them. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't hear them. I had my music on, but I'm like, dang, man, she walking away with you. And then as she was walking away, he's still looking at that ass. I'm like, this nigga
on and already has everything in position for herself. She's looking for something completely different. So I know y'all don't know which way to go, because women is out here they out here selling themselves. But a woman that got her stuff together, she not really trying to have that mediocre conversation, baby. We need substance. All jokes aside, fellas, like, it's just like there's different type of women out here.
Women gotta feel something. That's what it's all about. A woman don't necessarily, and I know this sounds harsh, she don't necessarily like you. She likes how you make her feel. So to do that, you gotta come with substance. You gotta be a little different. You gotta have a wide range of conversation. It can't all be about, dang, baby, your body just looks good. Because dudes that they give a chance to act like that typically have no substance to them. They just trying to get it in. And she can get it in with any dude she wants on the planet, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? She wants to know that you actually have substance, that you care, that you want to get to know her. You know what I'm saying? So you got to play that game. It just is what it is.
And y'all got to be able to read the room. And when it comes to a woman, that appears at least to have herself together, you need to come with a little bit more intellect. A little bit more intellectual conversations is what we like. Women that, is of stature, we love a man that can keep up with us intellectually. Ask questions that have some value behind it. Have a conversation that has substance behind it. I'm not one of them girls that's going to give y'all a list of things to say. Notice I'm not telling y'all exactly what to say. I'm not going to tell you exactly how to come solve a problem over here. You got to figure that out. It's for me to see if you got the answer to the problem, and if you don't, you just don't. But I do want y'all to know what we don't like. I ain't gonna tell you what we do though. It's for you to figure it out, big dog.
I like that. She cold for sure. It's all about just not being too pressed. I think a lot of times, man, like when you're not used to dealing with women who are attractive, you don't understand it. So what you got to think is women are naturally socially aware. So they understand dudes who get it versus dudes who don't get it, right? And when you come with that chasing type of mentality, or I gotta, ooh, like you look so good, baby. She already knows that. She hears that 20 times a day. What makes you different than all the 100 dudes that done said that to her this week? We're not even talking about the dudes that be in her DM saying the same thing. So what's gonna separate you from the pack is when you come at her with a conversation, when you're not pressed to get it, when you're not leading with your money, when you're not overcompensating. Those things are important. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, you can't keep making the same mistake over and over. A lot of us keep making the same mistake. And we wonder why we can't have no success with women. A lot of us, we blame women for why we don't get women, and we say, man, you know what? I'm done. I'm not even going to try no more. Well, you will never be able to get a rotation or a girlfriend, because it's really not that hard. It's really, for one, it's a numbers game. But for two, you need to be confident in who you are. You need to present yourself well. You need to know how to have a conversation. You need to know how to not chase a woman away. A lot of y'all want a rotation, but you can't even maintain one woman. You know what I'm saying? You can't maintain a rotation if you can't even maintain one woman. How you gonna do that? You can't even maintain one. You know what I'm saying? So that's my video really. It's all about just not being too thirsty. And I get it. We do live in an era where women are low key selling themselves, but we're not even talking about those type of women. We talking about the women that want something genuine and how to operate with them. Don't ever try to spit game at them. Come at them with a conversation. Because if she senses you want that one thing, she ain't finna give it to you. Just the same way, if a woman came at you and say, oh, dang, I like your BMW. Oh, okay, I like your chain. I like your watch. If she keeps saying that, you're gonna be thinking like, yo, this chick is crazy. She want me for my money. So that's pretty much my video for today, guys, man. And again, I appreciate you guys for all the support and all the love, man. Y'all keep doing your thing. And until the next time, guys, deuces.